First Scottish Cup final for referee Stephen McLean. An exchange of flags between David Gray and Lee Wallace. Which one of them will be lifting the Scottish Cup today? And by the way, the team scoring first has won the last 11 Scottish Cup finals. The first cut has been the deepest of late. It's Rangers' first final for 7 years. Hibs were here in 2012 and 2013, but it was the same old story, humiliated and humble. Rangers and Hibs, so close to the Scottish Cup, it really should hurt. It's time to reach out and touch, and this really could be an epic contest, a classic cup final, Andy.
Well, first of all, Ian, it is a fabulous atmosphere inside the ground. These supporters waiting for the players to do something. I don't think it's been the best preparation for either team, but it's whoever manages the occasion on the day. We'll soon find out.
The noise is unreal. Unbelievable. Tavernier for Holt. Anthony Stokes makes his presence felt immediately in and about Jason Holt, and Stephen McLean will want a word.
First question for Stephen McLean: how does he handle a solid challenge before 60 seconds is up? It's a quiet work in the ear of Anthony Stokes. They're obviously the tactics of Stephen McLean, and he couldn't have complained had he got a yellow card there.
They last met in the Scottish Cup final in 1979. It needed 2 replays to separate them. Rangers triumph, although Arthur Duncan's own goal won the cup for them. Halliday now for Kiernan. Tavernier has Waghorn ahead. Slip from Tavernier. Throw for Hibs.
I think the surface is excellent, Ian, but it's been well watered before kick-off, and you saw the evidence of it there, 1 or 2 players slipping.
Conrad Logan, semi-final hero, and has now ousted Mark Oxley as first-choice keeper for Hibs. Nudged by Wilson on Cummings. Steve McLean saw nothing wrong with that. It's, as expected, a frantic start.
Well, eventually it'll settle down. There are too many good players on the pitch for it not to become a good footballing contest. And that's when you have to be brave, take a touch, make sure you get yourself a bit of time and help your teammates into the game.
Kenny Miller. Fontaine. Sent back by Kiernan, it brushed off Stokes, it came to Tavernier, and now Holt. Waghorn returning from injury just in time on the final day of the league season. He actually scored 2 goals against Hibs in pre-season for Wigan in a friendly in Spain, and he's slapped 3 more past them during the course of the Scottish season.
There was more evidence there. Tavernier just slipping, no one near him.
Anthony Stokes now is bearing down on goal! Would you just know it? Anthony Stokes on loan from Celtic scores against Rangers. There's a long way to go, but that is a start. That is a start.
Well, I just wonder what the position of Fotheringham was here. There seemed to be an awful gap as he went and approached him from what is a pretty acute angle here. Taking the pass from Cummings. Kiernan doesn't get close to him. He's guided it away from Fotheringham. He just can't get down quickly enough. Stokes is more than capable of scoring from there. And I think it takes Fotheringham by surprise, because it's a pass into the net. He just guides it away from him. There's no real movement in the ball, and he sneaks it in that far post. Fabulous start for Hibs.
That is the way to commence a cup final. He never scored in an Old Firm game, Anthony Stokes, but he's just got one against Rangers in the Scottish Cup final. Not bad for starters for Hibs. How will Rangers respond? A loose pass from Holt. Stokes, though, can't find Cummings.
Well, these Hibs supporters must have been on a downer after the disappointment of losing in the playoffs. Well, what a start the players have given them this afternoon.
Mackay now looking to put Wallace through. Wallace out of position as David Gray stopped it, and Fyvie gives it back to his captain. Gray returns it to Fyvie. McGinn. Lewis Stevenson. Anthony Stokes, the goal scorer. He's not scored many since moving back to Hibs on loan, Anthony Stokes. But he's already made his mark here at Hampden Park. Zalalem in the way of McGeoch. Picked up by Mackay. It's most unlike him.
Well, what a moment for Anthony Stokes, as you mentioned. All that time at Celtic, didn't have a goal against Rangers, and within 2 or 3 minutes of the cup final, he scored an exquisite goal.
Plenty of time for Rangers to right that wrong, though. Tavernier looking to slide Waghorn in. It's away by Fontaine.
I still think if he's absolutely in top form, Fotheringham would have got down quicker. I don't know whether that's due to the fact that they haven't played a meaningful game for so long.
Yes, Rangers' first match in 3 weeks. Hibs played 4 playoff matches in that time. Gray. Here's Cummings. Will he get his shot away? Not quite. And for once, it isn't Jason Cummings who's opened the scoring against Rangers, which was his forte. It's Anthony Stokes' turn.
I think Stokes was a bit surprised to get as much room as he did, even when he was driving inside the box. Kiernan didn't come out to him, and my goodness, he took advantage.
Tyrone McGregor, Rangers Player of the Year last season, but surplus to Mark Warburton's requirements. Mind you, he's a big Hibs fan. He's got to play for the team of his dreams anyway. Here's Halliday. Kiernan. Zalalem. Kenny Miller out wide at the moment with Barry Mackay in a more central area. Darren McGregor out to deal with it. It's the 13th time these two have met in the last 2 seasons, and in the previous 12 encounters, Rangers won 6 and Hibs won 6. Stevenson shielding Waghorn. Fontaine clears. Danny Wilson now. David Gray hungry. Cummings has got Gray with him. Cummings making up ground to get into the box. Stokes is already there. That's a foul by David Gray. On Halliday.
Well, it's a big surprise that Rangers haven't done anything in the last third. This challenge here, a 50-50 ball, there's nothing really in that. Steve McLean, to be fair to him, saw it was just a foul, nothing more. But I think there is evidence of Rangers being a bit rusty at the moment. They haven't started as quickly as Mark Warburton would have hoped his players to have kicked on immediately.
Anthony Stokes has scored the quickest Scottish Cup final goal since Colin Cameron's penalty for Hearts against Rangers back in 1998. Miller. Hanlon. Hits through and through. Cummings. Stevenson. Such a bright start from Hibs. And Cummings Kieran's error. It's Cummings. It's blocked, but it's Stokes, and he puts it wide. It's been a breathtaking start to the Scottish Cup final, and it's a corner.
Brilliant ball played inside there. Kieran couldn't deal with it, and when Cummings cuts back onto his right, I think Wilson does ever so well to go over quickly and get the block in.
It's John McGinn to take. Tavernier and Stokes went for it. It was a mild handball claim, but the players are very close to each other.
Yeah, one or two claims there, but again, Steve McLean in a very good position.
Holt. Miller now for Zalal, the youngster on loan from Arsenal, replacing the suspended Dominic Ball. Mackay over on this side now. He's getting around. Miller. Tavernier. There's nobody on the fast stick for Rangers.
Well, it's 10 minutes, Ian, and that's what you expect to see Tavernier doing all the time.
Brilliant from Stokes for Jason Cummings, up against Danny Wilson. And Wilson, crucially for Rangers, took charge.
Great defending from Wilson yet again. I think he's possibly denied Cummings a couple of goals just in the last 2 minutes with his good defending.
Tavernier has to hold off Lewis Stevenson. Took a bit of a sore one there.
What a start from Hibs. To have had so much pressure in behind Rangers this early.
It's found a way through though, and it's going to be a free kick. Paul Hanlon, the offender. Free kick in a promising position. Jason Holt taken out.
Yeah, it's a really good run from Holt, and there is a coming together. It is a foul from Hanlon. Can Rangers take advantage of this free kick here? They've got Tavernier. Just wonder whether Andy Halliday might fancy it as well.
A perfect opportunity to respond to Anthony Stokes' opener. Will this be one of the game's major moments? It is Halliday, straight against that Hibs wall. Never looked like it was getting through. Not one of the game's major moments unless Rangers can maintain the momentum here. Danny Wilson. Overhit in the quest to find Tavernier.
Well, Hibs wanted a penalty when Stokes went into this. You can see that the arms from Tavernier are out, but look at the position of Steve McLean. Perfectly to see that, and it was a headed clearance.
Kieran, Tavernier, Halliday up against McGinn. Lee Wallace, the Rangers captain. Kenny Miller still over on that side with Mackay central. Zalal. Wallace, Miller. Holt. Zalal. Little flick from Mackay, but not much Kenny Miller can do with that.
Well, it's not often Rangers go through the middle. I think Rangers, a lot of Rangers' success this season has been wide, whether it's Mackay or Wycorn or the full-backs getting forward and getting crosses in. It's taken them too long to get started.
It's Alan Stubbs' 100th game in charge of Hibs. Not a bad way to start it. Halliday. Tavernier, who scored an amazing 15 goals from right back. Stokes latched onto that, but it's a comfortable save this time for Fotheringham.
Yeah, I think he just tried to lift it into the far corner. He's got a decent bit of imagination, Stokes.
Salalem. Tavernier. Waghorn is hugging the touchline. Kenny Miller's in the box. Waghorn taking on Stevenson, who just tickles it away for a corner.
That's better from Rangers. At least they're trying to get to the byline, get the rewards with a corner.
The Rangers do love a quick corner rather than sending one straight in. Tavernier. Halliday. It was always slithering wide.
Well, he certainly got down here. Conrad Logan, he made the dive to his left. But poor attempt from Halliday, really. He's capable of finding the target from that range, striking the ball a lot better. In the first 15 minutes, Alan Stubbs couldn't have asked for any more. A quick start from his players. They're on the front foot. They're winning that battle in the midfield area, passing it a lot better, and obviously taking advantage with the opening goal.
Plenty to ponder for Mark Warburton, but plenty of time left in this Scottish Cup final. Hibs have lost their last 10 finals in this competition. Waghorn. Salalem. Miller let it go, but nobody there for Rangers. Stokes. Anthony Stokes might just get another side of goal. He doesn't. Cummings did. Blocked by Keenan.
Keenan's not getting close enough to Anthony Stokes. I think Keenan is looking for a bit of help from Tavernier. He doesn't want to be left one-on-one. Tavernier getting caught, I think, too far forward.
Tavernier, one back by Stokes, screened by Kiernan. Halliday, big Rangers fan, released by the club as a kid. Thought his chance to pull on the famous shirt was over. Far from it. Here he is again. Zalalem. Halliday. Mackay. Back out on the left now. Salalem over the top, straight through to Conrad Logan.
Well, first time we've seen Mackay get on the ball and get it wide. He's a potential match winner for Rangers.
Stevenson's error. Tavernier still going. Got past McGinn as well, which is never easy. Fontaine challenge. Miller. It's been non-stop action. We thought we were in for a stupendous final. It certainly looks that way so far.
I think they're having more of the ball, Rangers, but doing very little with it. I think Hibs have been quite happy, obviously, to get the lead. But you see the wing-backs falling back into position, making that a back five. Trying to deny Rangers any sort of space in that last third.
Mackay. Stopped by McGregor. Free kick for McGregor, fouled by Martin Waghorn.
Well, Waghorn's gone for a wander over to the left-hand side. Kenny Miller's out here in the right at the moment. But Alan Stubbs couldn't have hoped for better. They're in front. Rangers have got a lot of the ball, but doing very little with it. They've had no penetrating passes, no crosses of any note, and no attempts at goal of any note either.
Oh, Cuts loose from Wallace. Stokes is onto it. And Wallace got back to digging himself out of the hole. McGee up though. Here come Hibs again with Gray. Stokes stopped by Danny Wilson. Fivey. McGregor. Cleared by Kiernan. Halliday did Tavernier no favours there, but Zelalem has it now. Here's Holt. Now Kenny Miller. Halliday. Wallace. Mackay. It's Waghorn, but he's closely watched by Hanlon and McGregor.
I think Tavernier is struggling, Ian. The last thing Matt Warburton wants to see. His right full-back, almost a right winger, struggling to shake off a knock. And it was actually a loose ball again, and Stevenson came in. Tavernier won the ball cleanly, but picked up a knock in the process.
Kick from Logan towards Stokes. Misjudged by Tavernier, who then diverted the cross.
He looks a bit sluggish, I think, Tavernier. I mean, he hasn't started the game well. He's picked up a knock, obviously trying to battle through it.
Fontaine. It's a throw off Waghorn. Kiernan in and about coming, strong challenge with McGinn, but he's up for those kind of challenges too. John McGinn onto the roof of the net.
He had Foderingham scrambling there. I don't think there was anything on that he fancied McGinn once he won that crunching tackle, driving through. The space opened up for him, and he tried that dink into the far corner. No one getting close enough to him.
He has won on 4 of his 5 visits to Hampden Park.
And the Hibs boys as well, pressing high, not allowing Rangers to play this ball out. They just want a long ball from Foderingham, try and make it a 50-50 in the air.
The midway point of the first half, and it has flown by. Stokes, who scored in the 3rd minute. Only his 2nd goal in the last 12 games. Cummings catching Halliday.
Well, you're getting these 50-50 challenges because of the poor passing from some of the Rangers players.
Zelalem. Danny Wilson has this. Change of tack. Kiernan has Tavernier available and Waghorn. It's Holt who finds Tavernier, and it's Tavernier who finds Waghorn. Holt. Halliday available, as always seems to be the case Again, Miller let it go, but David Gray can tidy up. Tavernier. It's actually only the 5th time in 35 years that these two have met in the Scottish Cup.
Well, they've been through some torment, these Hibs fans. A long way to go yet before they can think about their captain lifting that trophy.
Yeah, this is a team that knows how to put their fans through the ringer, that's for sure. Hibs failing in the playoffs for the 2nd season running. They lost to the League Cup final here. Are they saving their best for last? Stevenson, offside here against Jason Cummings.
It's a tight one. Cummings has got the pace to get in behind the likes of Tavernier and Kiernan. Stevenson as a left back. It's a loose ball, he's just trying to help it on. It's a good decision from the far side assistant. Cummings likes to do that, play on the edge of offside.
Rangers haven't won since they beat Celtic in the semi-final here, but then they have already wrapped up the championship title. The games were fairly pointless. This one certainly isn't, and they have work to do. Kiernan for Tavernier.
Good pressing from the players, I've got to say. They're forcing the ball back. Rangers determined to play it out. You did this in the semi-final, you remember, Ian. They were very brave, it worked really well, but their passing was a lot better.
Miller for Mackay, and it might just open up for him. Waghorn wants a pass, he's got the pass. Crowded out somewhat though. Halliday staying calm. Tavernier, Waghorn and Miller to aim at. What a terrific equaliser! And it's Kenny Miller! Another big goal in another big game on a very big stage for Kenny Miller. Rangers respond.
Well, it's their first serious attempt. A bit of quality into the box. No surprise that it comes from Tavernier. And there's no jump there from McGregor. McGregor, I think, ducks, and it allows Miller to attack it. It's above the head of Waghorn, and Kenny Miller absolutely attacks it 100%. Gets a lot of power behind it, and right into the corner. Not for the first time. Poor defending from Hibs, and McGregor in particular.
Here's McGeoch though, and McGinn. Kenny Miller scoring with Rangers' first attempt on target. Miller started this season with 2 against his former club in the Challenge Cup. Stokes. Oh, so unlucky from Anthony Stokes. Off the inside of the post. Extraordinary goings on here.
Fabulous effort from Stokes. There's no one here to help him. Driving inside, he doesn't even look to see where the target is, but he catches it so well, finds an angle, just the inside of the post, inches away from giving his team the lead again.
Well, what a reply that would have been. That's a poor kick from Foderingham. Stevenson. Offside against Jason Cummings.
I think this is where you have to now question the mentality of the Hibs players. They have taken so many hits. This one, Kenny Miller, for the first time, he's given something to go and attack. And he makes it count.
Kenny Miller has scored on all 3 of his trips to the National Stadium this season, which will come as no surprise to many. a man for the big occasion. But Anthony Stokes within a whisker of firing Hibs back in front. Smoke from the Rangers end drifting onto the pitch. Thankfully we can still see this absorbing Scottish Cup final. Stevenson will do well to find a way past Tavernier.
Well, when you think of the good opportunities that they had when they were 1-0 up, Hibs may well look back on those and think we should have actually gone 2 in front. You've always got to expect Rangers to get stronger and come back into the game. They have done.
Hanlon. Cummings. McGinn. Sidestepping danger. Cummings. Looking for Stokes again, but Lee Wallace cuts across. Here's Andy Halliday. Kenny Miller. I guess it just had to be him. Waghorn blocked off by Stevenson.
Well, I think it's a boost to Rangers to see Martin Waghorn again in the starting lineup. Stevenson were clear block there, drawing a foul. The last thing you want to do is invite crosses into this box. Hibs have shown themselves to be weak. Rangers will want to throw another one in again.
Kiernan. Zalalam. Can Waghorn get to this? He can, and he gets a corner off Lewis Stevenson as well.
Good pace from Waghorn. It looked as though that was going to go over the line, but he got it just in time.
Rangers do like a short corner, but maybe not this time. Waghorn, Miller, Kiernan, Wilson and Halliday all in the box. It's Barry Mackay to float this one in. It's off the frame of the goal from Kenny Miller. And now McGinn is charging out for Hibs. A captivating cup final. Can he put Cummings in? Not quite. Fotheringham smothers. Kenny Miller almost scored again.
Well, I thought it was a great effort from Kenny, but the defending from Hibs, how did he get so much space? Remarkable stuff. Rangers should be in front.
Miller has scored and hit the bar. Stokes has scored and hit the post. It's still 1-1. And certainly that was a bit of a let-off for Hibs.
Well, I just think it tells you, throw balls into the box. Hibs are very hesitant. Rangers have to look to try and take advantage.
It was certainly been Falkirk's plan in recent meetings with them. Here is Andy Halliday. Wilson. Here's Waghorn. Took it well enough. Away by Stevenson. Miller for Tavernier. Zalalam. Tavernier. Confronted by Fivey. Away by Stevenson.
Well, the equaliser has given the Rangers players a lift. They're looking a bit sharper now. They're into the game. It's taken more than half an hour. But the chances at either end, remarkable stuff.
Wilson. Kiernan. Ian Fontaine saw that one coming, not that it took much reading. Cummings chasing. Now Gray. Now McGinn. Stevenson. Progressing nicely here, Stevenson. 5-8. So Allen got a little touch there.
Well, the surprise for me, Ian, is that when Hibs have got really secure possession in the last third, Rangers are keeping 3 men forward. It's not often you see that. Normally they get back in and help defensively. That's very ambitious.
Wilson will seek out Waghorn here. Bit too much on that by the look of it.
Well, Kenny Miller got the equaliser. He almost put his team in front.
Yeah.
10 minutes to half-time. Rangers and Hibs locked together in the 2016 Scottish Cup final. Tavernier. John McGinn giving away that free kick.
What an effort this is from Kenny Miller. And look at his movement. He's away in the 6-yard box. That's where he starts. Finds himself in acres of space. It's a really good, solid, controlled header. So unlucky it didn't go under the bar.
Mackay, Hanlon away. Hanlon. Fontaine had to smack that away. Fontaine, who scored in the League Cup final here, but then the ball came off him to set up Ross County's winner. Wilson. What next in this final? Poor kick from Fotheringham. Where Stevenson will take this throw. Right in front of Mark Warburton. Danny Wilson. Former Hearts man finds another in Lee Wallace. Zalala. Waghorn. Well, that was ambitious to say the least. Cup final weekend across Europe. The Coppa Italia final is from 7:40 on Sky Sports. 2 tonight, AC Milan against the holders Juventus, who are going for the double. And so are Barcelona in Spain as they take on Europa League winners Sevilla in the Copa del Rey final. That's from 8 o'clock tomorrow on Sky Sports 1. Paul Hanlon away, he and Lewis Stevenson hoping it's third time lucky in a Scottish Cup final for Hibs, having played in the 2012 and 2013 defeats. Wilson. Mackay. Happy to take on Gray here. Burst of pace from Mackay.
Excellent burst of pace from Mackay. The end product wasn't there, but it just shows you from a standing start almost, he can get past Gray. He can get to the byline. And his last-ditch attempt just forced the ball behind the goal, but that's what Mackay is capable of.
Harry Mackay has scored that amazing goal here in the semi-final against Celtic, and then more or less repeated the feat in the following league match against Hibs at Easter Road. McGregor. Tavernier. Stevenson onto it. 5 now for Stokes. Stokes could shoot again! And following him this time, makes the save.
Stokes on the left-hand side is causing Rangers all sorts of problems. He don't double up, he goes past Tavernier far too easily. That's a great save from Fotheringham. That's a good contact, and this time Fotheringham gets down quickly.
John McGinn will float this one in over the head of Darren McGregor. David Gray's going to get to this. McGregor let it go. Cummings! Fotheringham sharp.
Brilliant again from Fotheringham. Denied Cummings any sort of angle.
McGregor's cross. Stokes can't quite steer it in.
Well, are these chances going to prove to be costly for Hibs? They're not taking advantage. What a wonderful ball into the box. And I think it's just the speed at which it bounces off the surface. It's just too much for Stokes to get it on target.
Tavernier up towards Mackay. Hung in the air somewhat. Hold now for Tavernier. Zalala. Sidestepping his way through. It's come to Kenny Miller. Wallace. Whitehorn. Miller. Miller's cross deflected, should be gathered by Conrad Logan.
Well, look at this effort from Cummings earlier. Ball falls to him, but it's the pace and the sharpness of Fotheringham to read it and get out to deny any sort of angle there. Good goalkeeper.
Hibs have had 12 attempts on goal in this first half, 11 of them from either Stokes or Cummings. That's what you want your strikers to do on such a big day like this. Surely free kick is allowed. It looked like it might have been held back, but Hibs are allowed to continue. Cummings slipping and stumbling. Fivey. McGeoch. McGinn. And Zalala giving away a free kick as we edge closer to half-time at Hampden.
I don't think he made any contact, Zalala, but it was just a lunge. McGinn actually just jumps out of the way of that potential knock to his ankle there.
John McGinn ready to take this. McGregor and Hanlon and Gray and Fontaine up there with the strikers. This will be some time to score again. It's McGinn to take it. Gray might have to send this across. Kiernan away. Miller now for Wilson. Here's Whitehorn. On his own at the moment, but Mackay is arriving. So is Miller. McGeoch able to send it back to Conrad Logan.
Well, it's breathless stuff. Can't believe we're almost at half-time here. Remarkable amount of attempts at goal from both sides.
Fivey. Now Gray. Fivey. Jason Cummings. Never looked like it was on.
Yeah, poor attempt. But I was looking at Lee Wallace there, playing as a left back, certainly today. And the big surprise for me is that you've rarely seen him in an attacking sense. Normally, such a big part of Rangers going forward.
In the last 11 Scottish Cup finals, the team scoring first has won. Hibs might quite like that omen, and the fact that the last three teams to knock Raith Rovers out of this competition went on to lift the famous trophy. They did that this season. When you've waited 114 years, you will accept any omen going. It is half-time, almost bang on the 45. Anthony Stokes on loan from Celtic scored against Rangers in only the 3rd minute to give Hibs a spectacular start. Rangers needed digging out of trouble. Step forward, Kenny Miller with a cracking header to equalise. He also hit the bar, and Stokes also hit the post. We thought this final was going to be pretty good. It's more than pretty good. Half-time at Hampden. Rangers 1, Hibs 1. And Hibs will start the second half. Anthony Stokes scored early. They had chances to extend their lead, but Kenny Miller equalised for Rangers with a superb header. And this is where we are at 1-1 in the 2016 Scottish Cup final. Rangers heading back to the top flight. They would dearly love to head back there with the Scottish Cup tucked under their arms. But Hibs, after losing the League Cup and the playoffs again, well, they never do things the easy way, but what a story it would be if they finally landed the Scottish Cup. Cummings. McGinn. Cummings. Kiernan away, but only to Stevenson. And Zalala moved in. Can't have been much of a warning there for Stevenson, mind you. He might not have heard it if there was.
Well, all I'm anticipating in this second half, Ian, is more goals. When I think you see the play of both defences in the first half, if it's anything like the same again, there's got to be more goals.
Danny Wilson now for Lee Wallace. Mackay. Trapped here by Gray. Barry Mackay has hung in there admirably, and he's found Tavernier. found Waghorn rather. Tavernier is close to him. Waghorn goes to ground, but goal kick is the outcome.
I don't even know if he's looking for a penalty here. Waghorn certainly with a bit of skill and ability. He's pushed in the back. Stevenson, I think he was scared there when he pushed him. As soon as Waghorn went down, he looked around. What's the decision? It goes his way.
Mark Warburton's first game in charge of Rangers was a 6-2 victory over Hibs in the Challenge Cup back in July. Here they are meeting yet again on the final day. Spivey. Wilson and Cummings jostling. Halliday finds Wallace. Toss Kenny Miller to get himself on the Hampden score sheet yet again. Tavernier. Waghorn ahead. Tavernier, as usual, making up a lot of ground. Waghorn takes over now. Zalalem required. Halliday for Wallace. Kenny Miller. Holt returns it to Miller. Mackay. Fontaine. Trying to step out.
I thought he was going to charge it down the goalkeeper there, Fontaine. He's still pressing here.
Tavernier. Once again he picks out Waghorn. Conrad Logan happy to accept.
I'd say Fontaine was lucky, he was struggling to get back. Ridiculous charge forward.
Anthony Stokes got Hibs off to a perfect start with a goal in the 3rd minute. Rangers needed somebody to step forward, and typically it was Kenny Miller. An error there from Danny Wilson has gifted Hibs a throw. Overcooked his pass to Wallace. McGill. Hanlon. Stevenson. Stokes fancies it, and forcing Fotheringham to turn that away for a corner. There was some power in that.
Well, I don't know if Rangers are paying enough attention to Anthony Stokes. He's got terrific ability, especially from that area. Gets another shot on target, dipping in front of Fotheringham. Had to make sure and turn it round.
McGinn's corner. Fontaine trying to get to it. Danny Wilson was there too. Goal kick is the verdict.
Good deep ball to the back post here. Fontaine can't quite get the judgment of it, get it back into the danger area.
Zalalem. Here is Miller. Zalalem. Wallace. Zalalem. Fontaine away, but only to Danny Wilson. Stevenson now for McGinn. The stakes are so high as McGinn finds Cummings. He's got a bit to do yet. Confronted by Danny Wilson, who does his job.
Well, I think once you're in the opposition 18-yard box, you've got to be given a licence sometimes to make something happen. Cummings went for the nutmeg there. But Wilson was aware of it. Good defending from him.
David Gray, the Hibs captain, hoping to lift the trophy. Nobody's done that since Bobby Atherton, the captain, back in 1902. It's a Rangers throw now. Alan Stubbs, the first Hibs manager for a decade to actually make it to 100 games since Tony Mowbray. Tavernier. It's a typical run this from Tavernier. It comes to an end now.
Well, he's got one assist. I don't think it's been his best afternoon in a Rangers jersey, but still always a threat once he goes from middle to front.
He's fired in a couple of free kicks against Hibs this season. He'll be hoping maybe for a chance of another. Danny Wilson. Miller for Zelalem back. Here's Halliday. Holt. Jason Holt saw off McGinn. Halliday has to do the same. Good luck. Typically tigerish from McGinn, but look at Kenny Miller getting stuck in for the Rangers cause.
Brilliant from Miller. Great effort, great work rate, commitment, it's all there.
Superb. 36 now.
I don't think there's any doubt, Ian, if it does come to it, he can certainly last the 90 minutes and beyond.
Cummings. Rangers throw. Kenny Miller will lead this for Lee Wallace. Punches a new ball. Here's Rob Keane, a player who was at Brentford and Watford when Mark Warburton was there in various guises. Wyghorn. Fraser, 5e pressing. Miller. Wyghorn. Fontaine first to that. Not giving Anthony Stokes much there, but Stokes desperately trying to make the most of it. And Kinnan's clearance is going to go to Stevenson. Steve McLean will be forced to show the first yellow card here to Tavernier.
Well, I think he's unlucky here. It's definitely a 50-50 ball. Tavernier slides in. He's a bit high. You can understand why Stephen McLean took that action.
He's let one or two things go, the referee, and that's certainly helped the game as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ian. It's a good way that he's approached it, Stephen McLean. No complaints really to get to this stage of the game and you get your first yellow card.
What can Hibs do here? Fontaine! It's wide. But they were up on their feet in the Hibs half of Hampden.
Well, first of all, it's a wrestling match between Fontaine and Tavernier, just to get control of the area in front of them, but can't get enough on his header to get it on the target.
There hasn't been a draw in the last 21 encounters between these two, but here they are, still at 1-1. Barry Mackay. He's found Kenny Miller. Miller for Waghorn, and a bit too much to do.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit too early from Kenny Miller. Just playing on the edge of offside, getting a good ball here. His first touch is good, but he puts it in so quickly, I don't think he had time to make up the yardage, Waghorn.
Celtic's Lee Griffiths, big Hibs fan, watching on at Hampden Park. 40 goals this season for Celtic, but still likes to come along and watch Hibs. That's the supporter in him. They'll probably get some stick for it, but it's quite good to see. McGeoch. Kiernan. Hibs hoping this is their year. They've been saying it for quite a few years, since 1902. Stokes. Tavernier. A late challenge there from Stokes, which Stephen McLean is coming to react to now. It looks like just a warning. Stokes catching Halliday.
Well, Steve McLean obviously doesn't think it's serious enough to warrant a yellow, and it's actually the follow through of Halliday's leg. There's no real foul there. Thankfully, no yellow card.
Halliday. Tavernier. Zalalem. There's a 5-8. Well, it's a long time before he showed a yellow card, but a couple now.
Well, it's just completely mistimed. Absolutely worthy of a yellow from Fivey. Don't know what he's thinking of there. Zalalem takes one touch, plays it away, and taken out late.
Fivey joining Tavernier in the book. Gideon Zalalem is about to be replaced anyway, we think, with Dean Shields getting ready for Rangers.
Dean Shields is behind the goal, still warming up. I think they want to shout on him.
Shields, a former Hibs player, may well come on for the final half hour. This is a long way out for Tavernier, but he has been known.
Well, even if it's not a direct hit, he gets it in with such pace into a danger area. We know how weak Hibs can be at defending cross balls.
And there's a few waiting for the cross. Wilson, Miller, Kiernan. Tavernier does float it in. And Kenny Miller not allowed to get too near by Fontaine.
Well, it was into a dangerous area. Kenny Miller just trying to hold off that challenge from Fontaine.
To the McGeoch, who actually spent 3 years in the Rangers youth system before returning to Celtic. Here's John McGinn. Cummings didn't hang about. Too much on it though.
Excellent from McGinn. It was a great take in the middle of the park, driving forward, and this is a poor end product from Cummings. Out of everyone in that forward line, he's the one who should appreciate most of all the type of ball strikers want inside the box.
Jason Holt for Zalalem. Holt. Tavernier. Conrad Logan takes it before it got anywhere near Kenny Miller. 5-y now for Gray. Neither here nor there in his quest to find Stokes or Cummings. Wallace. Mackay. Dean Shields' arrival is imminent. Jason Holt now. Tavernier. Waghorn. Here's Zelalem. Here's Mackay. Goal kick.
Well, the game's not as dynamic as it was in the first 45, Ian. I think Rangers are making a change, looking for a bit of inspiration from someone. Perhaps Shields' introduction can kickstart him and others into the game.
19-year-old Gideon Zelalem on loan from Arsenal is replaced by Dean Shields, who spent 5 years at Hibs. He left in 2009. He scored 31 goals for Hibs, and he's now scored 31 for Rangers too. He'd quite like to change that today. The most used sub in Scottish football this season, coming on for the 34th time. It's Camoufley Wallace in the battle of the captains. David Gray has the throw. Stokes could slip Gray in again, but Mackay very watchful. Miller for Shields just on. Halliday for Wallace. Stokes just catching Wallace. Halliday. Mackay. McGregor steers it away against his former club. Mackay. Kenny Miller. It's gone out for a Rangers throw. Halliday. That is just magnificent from Andy Halliday. A Rangers fan has given them the lead and has turned the Scottish Cup final inside out and upside down.
Well, that's the way to make your mark on a game. He's been pretty quiet, but look what he does here. Steps forward, Hanlon steps back, allowing him to set himself in the shot. Look at the accuracy, the power. It's absolutely magnificent from Halliday. And from being a goal up, Hibs are a goal behind. Thanks to that piece of brilliance from Halliday. What a strike. He couldn't have caught it any sweeter.
As good as Barry Mackay's goal was in the semi-final here, that's up there with it from Andy Halliday. He is one of them, a Rangers fan. You can see it in the way he plays. And that was simply sparkling. Hibs' response has been to bring on James Keatings for Jason Cummings in the aftermath of that goal. Could it be more heartbreak for Hibs? Stevenson looking to make this happen, but he's given away a free kick.
Great effort, great legs from Holt, great energy to track that run from Stevenson. Keating's now on in place of Cummings. He might feel a bit unlucky not to have started the game. He certainly offers Hibs a different goal threat.
James Keating scored twice against Falkirk in the playoff. But Cummings was back in the team ahead of him. Anthony Stokes has gone for the chip here, but it was always veering away from its intended target.
Yeah, very ambitious. I mean, he's got imagination, Anthony Stokes. Drops off the front line to pick that ball up. As soon as he takes a touch, one thought in his mind to have some sort of effort at goal.
Rangers have scored with their only 2 attempts on target. So what? That's the way to do it in the Scottish Cup final. Any which way you can.
Well, I doubt he's caught a ball any sweeter this season. And what a time to deliver. Fabulous strike from Halliday.
Well, he started the season with a goal against Hibs in the Challenge Cup on his debut. He's ended the season with an absolute screamer against them on the big Hampden stage in the Scottish Cup final. Waghorn. It came off Waghorn, it's a Hibs throw. Hibs need to dig deep now, having been given a perfect start by this man, Anthony Stokes. Wallace took it away from Gray, but Fyvie onto it. McGeoch. Stokes up against Tavernier. Drilled wide by Anthony Stokes.
It's really poor from Stokes. He couldn't get it onto his right foot. I think when he takes it onto his left, he must know he's got teammates inside the box. He can't go for goal here. Really poor attempt.
Liam Henderson will be on shortly for Hibs, who have to find a way out from being 2-1 down, having been 1-0 up. Jason Holt now for Kenny Miller. Holt again, Miller again. It all started so well for Hibs, but it's Rangers who have got a grip now. Halliday, the reason why, offside here against Kenny Miller.
Well, they can afford to do that now, Rangers. They can afford to be patient, control possession. But there's the man who's put them in front. What a hit. Just outside 20 yards. Fabulous angle.
Liam Henderson will replace Liam Fontaine shortly as we head towards the last 20 minutes, perhaps. Unless Hibs can find a way back in. A late lunge on Wallace from Keatings, who might survive with just a warning here.
Yeah, Keating's just desperate to be involved. There's a loose ball there. He feels frustrated at not getting that under control. A late challenge on Wallace. Suffice to say that the referee just having a word in his ear.
Leeds must now switch to a back four for Hibs as Liam Fontaine comes on. And on comes Liam Henderson. Well, Anthony Stokes on loan from Celtic has already scored here. Can Liam Henderson on loan from Celtic do the same? Hibs Young Player of the Year. Kiernan now for Wallace. Well, Hibs certainly put their fans through every possible emotion. Ahead in the cup final early on, but now behind. The 20 of the 90 left, and it will be just 90 if it stays this way. Free kick for Andy Halliday. A sensational strike to make it 2-1. Hibs have been here before, over the course of 114 years. Barry Mackay. Lee Wallace. Miller. And again. Hanlon took an age to clear it there. He was fouled by Waghorn, but he didn't have to take his time.
Things are getting desperate now for Hibs. Just have to get much more controlled possession, moving that ball forward. Henderson will be the one to try and support. Stokes on the left, Keatings on the right.
Will Hibs remain as the nearly men, losing out in the playoffs for the second year running, beaten here in the League Cup final. They don't half need someone to step forward now in the Hampden sunshine. Here's McGeoch. Stevenson. Stokes and Henderson over there. Kiernan took it away. Chase on between Mackay and Gray. Shields. McGregor quickly in on Miller, but Miller able to find Shields.
So important what Kenny Miller did there. He just kept the ball, introduced his teammate, and all of a sudden Rangers on the attack.
Henderson. Waghorn has stayed down. Henderson's not much bothered, but he's run into Tavernier. Waghorn may well have a touch of cramp. He's just getting back on his feet now. McGinn. Keating's lurking, but Kiernan aware. Wilson for Wallace. It's 7 years since Rangers won the Cup, but they have been kept rather busy elsewhere in recent years, trying to plot a route back to the top flight of Scottish football. Nicky Clark will replace Martin Waghorn in a moment. Here's McGeoch and Henderson. McGinn for Keatings. Danny Wilson will come out. 5E. McGeoch. Stevenson. Henderson. Anthony Stokes. Offside against David Gray.
Yeah, just went far too early there, Gray. There's always going to be a diagonal from Stokes. He went. Well, I'll do him a disservice. Almost online, but I think, to be honest, assistant referee got it right.
He's probably done well to last this long, really. Martin Waghorn came back from injury. An injury suffered in the Cup at Kilmarnock on the final day of the league season, but he is having to be replaced now. 28 goals. Astonishing contribution from Martin Waghorn. Nicky Clark comes on for what could be a farewell appearance. His last goal was the winner in that replay at Kilmarnock 3 months ago. Nicky's dad, Sandy, won the Cup, or played rather in the Cup final for Rangers, but lost it to Aberdeen when Aberdeen were on that winning spree in the 80s. And he's watching on today. Wallace. A quarter of an hour of the 90 minutes to go. As it stands, Rangers will have the Scottish Cup to the Championship title and the Challenge Cup. Tavernier. What have Hibs got left in the tank after a long and draining season for them? Their 54th match of the season. Mind you, Rangers not far behind, it's their 50th. Well, they've been winning trophies. It's been nearly but not quite for Hibs. Henderson though. McGinn now. Stokes. What chance here? Blazed well away from goal, having done so well initially, Anthony Stokes.
Well, so promising up to a point. He actually does the more difficult thing, does it so well, gets away, and from there completely loses his composure, snatches at it. He knows it, should have done a lot better.
Alan Stubbs took Hibs to the League Cup final. They lost to Ross County. They failed in the playoffs. Will it be same old story for Hibs, who've lost their last 10 Scottish Cup finals? It's come off Nicky Clark. It will be a Hibs throw. Lewis Stevenson is staring at 3 defeats in 3 cup finals for Hibs. So is Paul Hanlon come to that. McGinn somehow came out of that intact. Stokes to his left. Away by Wilson. Jason Holt gets a free kick off Liam Henderson.
Well, frustration for the Hibs supporters. They didn't think this was a foul. He can't even look.
Oh, to be a Hibs fan, what you go through. Again and again and again. Barry Mackay tussling first with Gray and then with Fivey. It breaks kindly for Keatings. Fotheringham will be having that. Tavernier. Jason Holt, who's been terrific. On the Hearts man. That's skipped away from Shields. McGregor. Keatings. Fivey. Henderson. Stokes. Stevenson. Tense times in the Scottish Cup final. John McGinn tried to smuggle it through, but look who's back there defending. Kenny Miller. Some tenacious tackling, needs must. Fraser Fivey. Danny Wilson has a little swing. Fivey happy to accept a corner to add to the drama in Hampden Park. Liam Henderson will take this corner. Henderson delivers! He's done it again! Anthony Stokes with another goal! And Hibs are not giving up on their shot of glory yet! It's 2-2 in an exhilarating final, and he popped to the loo, would you believe?
Well, you can't imagine a more simple goal. Just look at the slight nudge there from Stokes. You're absolutely allowed to do that. Tavernier not strong enough, and Stokes takes advantage at the front post. And unlike his previous attempts, he gets this on target. Good power behind it. Fotheringham can't do anything from there. And the Hibs supporters have got some life in them again.
What a time to go to the toilet, Alan Stubbs. Mind you, this game could have that sort of effect on you, in fairness. Fivey. 10 minutes of the 90 to go. We're level again. Keatings. It's bobbled off Wilson, it's away by Halliday. Keatings. David Gray's cross, turned away by Wilson.
Love his effort, Gray. That was a good 30-40 yard run, and now he has to go all the way back if Rangers get forward here.
By the way, that was Anthony Stokes' 12th attempt on goal in this match. 5 more than the whole Rangers team put together.
Love his attitude there, Gray. He's been hurt in that challenge, but he sprinted forward to get a cross in, then sprinted back to bring Rangers' move to an end. Great play.
He's still down, David Gray, and he might be in need of treatment.
Well, this is where he gets the injury. Ian Shields completely unaware that he was on him, and I think it's just the weight of the fall of Shields on top of Gray that gives him a problem. Hibs will want him to continue. He's a great example to others. Everybody taking the chance now just to get a few liquids on board into these last demanding stages of a cup final. Can there be a winner before we get into extra time?
Nicholas Gunnarsson is going to come on. Not for Gray though, we think, although they're just checking that Gray is all right. I think it's Paul Hanlon who's going to be replaced. It is. Nicholas Gunnarsson left on the bench for the last 4 games, but he scored against Rangers at Easter Road last month. A couple of goals in his last 4 matches. Norwegian, who joined in January on loan from Vålerenga, will get to play a part in this cup final. Well, they've used all 3 subs now, so David Gray, having taken that hefty whack, will quite simply have to carry on.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at Gray. He's still trying to shake that knock off. I think he'll be okay.
Extra time beckoning, unless someone would quite like to step forward, and you wouldn't be surprised if someone did.
Well, Stokes, what a story that is. He's on a hat-trick now.
McGeoch now for Fivey. Full touch from Henderson. Cup final weekend across Europe. Tonight it's the Italian version, AC Milan against Juve, 7:40, Sky Sports 2. Tomorrow the Spanish version, Barcelona against Europa League winners, Sevilla, 8 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. Follow this cup final, AC Milan, Juventus, Barcelona and Sevilla. This has been a cracker. Shields. Clark.
Well, this is where the fitness, the energy, the will to win, Ian, that's where it all comes into play. Concentration levels have to be so high now.
Again. Danny Wilson back to West Fotheringham. Barry Mackay skipped away from Gray. McGregor across. It's not actually gone out. Wallace. Mackay. Mackay's cross. Miller in there.
I think Gunnarsson just lent on Kenny Miller there. Stop him getting control of the ball in the box.
Clark. Stokes challenging. Still got it, Clark. But only just. 85 on the clock. Rangers have scored lots of goals in the last 15 minutes of games this season. Hibs have conceded quite a few. Onside here, Jason Hall. McGeoch made sure there wasn't a cross coming.
Well, McGeoch did well because he didn't make any sort of challenge. A poor attempt there might have resulted in a late penalty for Rangers, but good defending from McGeoch.
Rangers worthy winners against Celtic in the semi-final here, but one Celtic player is determined that there is unfinished business with them. Anthony Stokes with both goals for Hibs, on loan from Celtic, on a hat-trick. We've seen some twists and turns already, and now Hibs have been gifted a throw. And suddenly they are believing. Mind you, They've experienced that before, and it hasn't quite worked out.
Well, the full roller coaster of emotions for the Hibs fans yet again this afternoon.
Shields survived a stumble. Halliday. McGinn. McGill. McGinn. Keating's looking to get there. Nearly. Fotheringham grabs it.
I think one extra strike from Keatings, he would have attempted to get a touch there.
Tavernier looking for Miller. Gunnarsson goes with him. Clark now. Tavernier. Dean Shields. Oh, and Gunnarsson was it. Full stretch, but it is a corner for Rangers.
Well, he had to be absolutely sure there, Gunnarsson. Last-ditch attempt inside the box. If he doesn't get it right, you'll give away a penalty. Good tackle from him.
Halliday goes across with Mackay. Kenny Miller leaves it. They'll want him in the middle, where he could do some damage. The seconds tick away. Mackay delivers. Miller can't get near it. A couple of Hibs players collided there, and one of them's quite badly off. But Stephen McLean's done the right thing. That's Lewis Stevenson, who came off worse.
Well, I don't know whether it's a head knock or whether he's just winded here. You see Stevenson behind us.
No big concern here for Lewis Stevenson.
Well, I think the concern for Alan Stubbs is that he's used 3 subs already, and there's the guy who has gotten into the game. 2 goals. It's a nothing goal. Just look at his left arm, just leaning on the neck, on the head of Tavernier. That's why he's complaining. But a powerful header, accurate, roof of the net, and Hibs are back in it.
They were going to add on 3 minutes, but there might be a little longer now with that treatment to Lewis Stevenson. I think it will be 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the 90, but we are staring an extra time. Can somebody win the cup before we head towards another 30 minutes? Four minutes of stoppage time is confirmed. Does anyone fancy it? In those 4 minutes. On a dramatic day at Hampden Park. Tavernier. Jason Hawke calling for it. Gunnarsson has to go across. Holt. Tavernier. Halliday, who scored that stunner which would have been worthy of winning a cup final, but Hibs had other ideas. Clark. Both teams went the distance in the semi-finals, winning on penalties.
Brilliant pressure again from Gray.
Fivey here, could slip Stokes in. Anthony Stokes on a hat-trick. Stokes! It flushes across.
Well, he did the right thing this time, Stokes. When he goes on his left side, drives it into the box. Keatings can't get near it after the save from Fotheringham. He's got to be tightly marked this time, Stokes.
What a moment this is. It's Liam Henderson to deliver. And David Gray has scored! The captain! Hibs are standing on the brink of history after 114 years. They've almost done it. They've almost won the Scottish Cup.
Well, if they are to go on and win it, no one deserves it more than David Gray for what he's given this afternoon. Look at how he meets that ball. Keeps it down, keeps it on target. It's in the back of the net. And him standing on the brink of history here. What a fabulous moment for the Hibs fans, for David Gray and Alan Stubbs.
Well. David Gray, 3 of his 5 career goals have come against Rangers. It would be fitting if the captain should clinch the cup. Tavernier advancing for Rangers though. Hibs could still Hibs this, but surely not now. Not even them. Although their fans won't be thinking the cup is finally theirs until they hear that final whistle. Barry Mackay ready to launch this towards Tavernier. He's not getting to that, and Hibs edge a little closer to Scottish Cup glory. They lost the League Cup here, they lost out in the playoffs, but Alan Stubbs is seconds away from being the first Hibs manager since Dan McMichael in 1902 to guide them to the Scottish Cup.
Well, call it mental strength, call it bottle. All of those questions have been thrown at these Hibs players. From 2-1 down late on, my goodness, they've responded in some style.
And a free kick for Rangers might give them one last chance. This is what it means to the Hibs fans. In fact, it's a free kick, I think, to Hibs here, which will buy them some time.
And Halliday got a yellow card there, Ian. Don't quite know what went on there, but Hibs are on the brink of something special here.
Hibs should be in no rush here. A topsy-turvy classic cup final. Away by Tavernier. They've only gone and done it! They've only gone and won the Scottish Cup! What kept you, Hibs? David Gray with the winner, the captain! They've had to wait and wait and wait. A moment in life, a moment in time, a moment in history. At last, at last, at last! Hibs have won the Scottish Cup. Let's have a listen to Sunshine on Leaf.